Taking a look at my opponent's lineup, he's got Joe Mauer, Chris Bryant, Chris Herrera, his creative player, Sinsu Chu, Mark Trumbo, Ernie Banks, Josh Hamilton, Corey Seager, and Stephen Wright, the knuckleballer. On the hill, we got Movie Edmonds, Alex Rodriguez, Reggie Stocker, Troy Tulowitzki, Anthony Rizzo, Manny Machado at second base, Ichiro Suzuki in the outfield, and we got Louie Tiant on the hill. So let's get into this gameplay, guys. Pretty fun game. I only played 2 games yesterday, but this was definitely the more fun game for me. So my opponent gets the scoring started off with a home run to left field. Hung curveball. Hanging curveball. They're gonna freaking bang the curveball. Now we got Reggie Stocker. In the very next inning. Let's get that shit back to tied up, man. That is awesome. Let's get it back to tied up. Always good to get that momentum going back in the right direction. Now let's check out Louie Tiant pitching a little bit here, and let's talk about him. I think it's really fun to pitch with Louie Tiant. Every time that I get him, I'm very happy that he was selected. He's got a lot of pitches. He kind of reminds me of a creative pitcher, just because he's got so many different strange pitches that you can throw when you pitch with him. You can throw sliders, you can throw palm balls, you can throw knuckleballs, you can throw pretty much a bunch of different pitches. You can throw the fastball when you want to throw the fastball. You can throw the curveball when you really got it working with him. You're just mixing up all of these pitches and being very unpredictable. And when you do that, it's a lot of fun to pitch with them. If you just throw the knuckleball every single time, I don't think that's the best way to go about it. But you do need to make sure that you do use the knuckleball enough that you keep pitch confidence with it. And again, just with a knuckleball, just throw it high and inside, and that's the best way to use it. And then you can use the curveball out of the zone. The slider ends up being one of the better pitches that he has most of the time, just because it kind of looks like a fastball, but it's not. So he's a lot of fun to pitch with, Just throw a lot of sliders. I mix in the fastball sometimes, just to keep him honest. I might throw an inside fastball here and there. Throw curveballs out of the zone. Throw the knuckleball in the zone most of the time, to be honest, because it's going to break so much, either into the zone or out of the zone. So yeah, Louie Tiant is a lot of fun to pitch with, in my opinion. Now check this play out. Alright, so I actually was able to steal the runner from first without stealing the runner from third. Let me give you guys a bit of a pointer on how to do this so you don't steal the runner home. You really need to make sure that your left stick, when you point it, you need to make sure it is totally to first base, like totally to the right. Don't make it right and down. Do not make it like right and down at that 45-degree angle. Make sure it is right to the right, like you're hitting right on the D-pad. But with the right stick, just push it over and then just tap L2 one time. If you do that, you can do that steal, and that steal is huge, man. Like when you have a runner on first and third and you can steal the guy to second, that is just a huge thing to be able to do. So keep that in mind. That's how you do it. So I was very happy to see my guy be able to get that steal. Now we have runners on third and second. The ball gets by, and in comes Ichiro to score on the wild pitch to give us the 2-1 lead. So that was pretty sweet. Now we're in the 4th inning, and this is the most fun inning. Troy Tulowitzki hits it deep to the wall, back to the wall, up against the wall. He tries to jump, but he can't get it. Troy Tulowitzki's motoring around all the way to third base. Could I have sent him home? Maybe, but with 0 outs, you don't want to make the first out of the inning at home plate, so I did not send him. Next up is the home run hitter, Anthony Rizzo. He hits one deep, but not quite deep enough. I tried to send him here, but I ended up holding the left stick to Troy Tulowitzki and moving him back to third base. So I ended up holding him there. Next up is Manny Machado. Takes the first pitch from Stephen Wright for a knuckleball. It's a 1-0 count. Thanks for the follow, by the way. I appreciate that. That was great to get on Twitch there. Thank you guys for following me so much on Twitch. It throws another knuckleball inside. It's a ball. You're going to see a pattern here, as I remember. Inside, ball. And when you're taking that pitch, man, you're really on point. Inside ball, so he walks Manny Machado. And next up is Ichiro Suzuki. And he decides, oh, I'm not going to put on bunt defense against Ichiro Suzuki. And guess what? That's not very smart. So I appreciate you guys, all your comments on the bunt cheese rant, too. You guys were great in those comments. I really appreciate it. Always drop me a line, drop me a comment in there. So now Louie Tiant's up. We're going to try to safety bunt for a squeeze here. Good pitch. Good pitch. That's right where you want to be to combat the bunt. Make them pop it up, throw high. Especially high fastballs. A really tough pitch to bunt. This is a great play. Gets it, throws it home. I don't know why he decided not to throw it to first base, but he didn't throw it to first base. I think he probably would have had a shot at getting Louie Tiant. But now up it's video movie. First pitch, he's right on it, but he's not quite on it. And in comes the next pitch.
Get out the rye bread and the mustard this time, Grandma! It is a grand salami! I don't believe it! My, oh my!
Yep, that's right, video movie with that grand salami, that grand slam. If you don't know the baseball terminology, Reggie Stocker here in the next inning. Could I have got a triple? I don't know, man. So kind of like similar to that Troy Tulowitzki play earlier. I just decided to hold him early there. Now Troy Tulowitzki's up. Gets a knuckleball here from Stephen Wright. Decides to take it. Another knuckleball. Swing and a miss. Can't hit it. And we play. Just get him over, you know. Just get him over. Put it in play. Get him over. Stocker gets over to third. It's all good. Now in steps up the home run hitter, Anthony Rizzo. Base hit up the middle. Rizzo was back in the lineup for Hosmer because Hosmer was playing down to like a 79. So obviously I'm going to put in the home run hitter. I mean, that's not rocket science. So now Louie Tiant, you know, it's kind of getting to the edge. He hits one off the foul point. Doink! For a home run. Nice swing there by my opponent. I think that was with Sensu Chu, and now Mark Trumbo's up. So we're going to show you some more Louie Tiant pitching. It's just getting towards the end. Some of these guys, some of these knuckleballers, just after a while when their stamina goes down, I don't know. I think they can still pitch, but you got to be careful because, I mean, the pitch is going pretty slow, and if they start to get on it, it's not good. Whenever a guy, you can see his energy bar there. I mean, whenever a guy gets, like, within 1/4 of his energy being left, I like to take him out because I'm pretty damn sure that when your energy is low, and this is, like, the huge reason you don't want to bring a guy out of the bullpen as your creative player. When your energy is low, your H per 9 and your K per 9, it goes down. So that's something really to consider, you know. When your guy's low on energy, that's when hits like this start happening too, on pitches where they were just popping out earlier. It's because that energy is low, and obviously when the guy is low on energy, it's time to get him out of there. And he's only at 68 pitches right now, but I don't know if it's from throwing too many knuckleballs. I don't know if what his stamina rating is off the top of my head. I doubt it's 99, so that's always something to keep in mind. Get him to ground out here. I really think he should have gone home, but he decided to hold off, probably just because of the 1 out thing. Hey, check out this card. It's Josh Hamilton. He's grinding for his Josh Hamilton in this game, trying to get hits. It's pretty cool that he's trying to actually play games, but that's a really bad way about going about it. Trust me, I did it with Joe Mauer. You know, I didn't do the bunts. I just went and tried to play games. And when you run into good competition, it becomes too much of a problem, I think. But in these situations, right on left, Mauer, Hamilton, they're fine. But when people start bringing in lefties versus them, it's not good. It's definitely not a good situation. So pretty much at this point, I've seen enough that I want to see from Tiant. I want to bring you guys this next part from the stream itself because I think it's kind of interesting. Let's put in somebody else. I love pitching with this card. He's not even good, but I like pull him out now all the time because I like to pretend that Chris Sale, like, we called him up from the minors. Called him up. And, like, we need him a pitch. I wish I could get a hat like this in real life with that gold bill and shit. So yeah, you guys are gonna get to see me play with that and pitch with that Chris Sale card and talk about him a little bit. But Tulo hits another bomb. Man, he was on fire in this game. Only got out one time when he was getting Stalker over. Alright, so in subs Chris Sale, and I really like this card, man. He's a lot of fun to pitch with. It's something about that animation that just seems like real easy for me to use in a time. And I love throwing inside with him to left-handed pitchers. You gotta find guys that you're comfortable with. He does have good H/9, K/9, and good velocity, and a good set of pitches to use. So I really do like pitching with him. To righties, I like to throw like you know, your basic combination of the slider inside, off the plate, middle, and then you put a fastball also on the line. But I like to throw low and inside fastballs also a lot because it will look like a changeup that's off the plate, and it's hard to square up. Just kind of with this motion, but I love pitching with this card. It's one of my favorite pitches, or one of my favorite cards to use actually, and so I'm probably going to keep him in my bullpen for a while. It's just something about his motion that I really can time well, and maybe you guys can time him well when you're pitching with him as well. So I'm a big fan of this Chris Sale card, and like I said, I always pitch with him with kind of like a chip on my shoulder because I really want to. I don't know, I want to do well with him because he's an 82 overall. It's hard to explain, but like, I like how, you know, he's a lower overall, but I still want to show that I can display skill with his card, basically. So now, he brings in Nelson Cruz. I don't really give a shit because it's 8-3. And so we're going to try to throw a pitch inside, a slider. Gets it by him. That was like a lower. This is more of the slider that I like to throw right here, like middle in. Because it just looks like it's a fastball down the middle, and it's not. Got him 0-2. This pitch is more of a guarantee they're going to miss it type of pitch, but he does end up hitting it there. So that kind of sucks. But this one right there, this one's this is where you, I don't know, I love that slider there. But I missed on my hoop in line there, so that kind of messed it up. And Nelson Cruz, when he's playing up, has got incredible stats versus left-handed pitching also, by the way. So he's been really hot in this game with Mark Trumbo as well. We're going to go back to that pitch because it's cash. Now this one I'm going to try to put even more out of the zone because I should have had the strikeout on Cruz. Now I look back at this footage, I really should have had the strikeout on Cruz. He just fouled it off. So there's that fastball, and that fastball is going to look, when they start to lay up that slider, that fastball is going to hit the zone, and it's going to be fast enough that they can't react to it. So here's another low inside slider, and that's the one that Cruz hit that he shouldn't have been able to hit, in my opinion. So now I think he's getting frustrated or some shit, and he's doing the little bunt thing, and I end up hitting him. Now Josh Hamilton's up. And surprisingly, at this point in time, it's like he's got to go to the pinch hitter. He brings in Ichiro Suzuki. And I'm just laughing at him at this point because I know he's raging. He's doing like, you know, he's doing his little bunt antics. He even does a full R2 hold, which is pretty funny. I instantly put on bunt defense. I ain't tripping, dog. But he's very upset. And I do end up laughing at him because he's doing this. I'm just sitting there like, I'm going about my day, man. I ain't playing that no mind. Just letting him wear himself out like a kid throwing a tantrum, man. And then, you know, there was this full R2 press and getting quite the kick out of it. And just balanced and relaxed, hit the line, hit the hoop, and he pops out. And since he was trying to do a bunch of stuff, I decided to stunt with that. And he decides to run. And he's out. And that's the game. That's why that game ended. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. Please drop a like on this video. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to me on YouTube, man. That'd be awesome. Getting close to 5,000 subs. What the fuck? Holy shit, man. It's been a hell of a ride. Hit me up on Twitter and Twitch at Movie Gaming TV. I hope you guys are having a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Peace out, guys. I will see you in the next video.